As we segue now to the best damn storyline in professional wrestling today. And I was hyping Scott on this on our Patreon special off air. I said, you got to look at SmackDown because Roman Reigns gaslit the ever loving shit out of Sami Zayn in 3 acts. And act 1 was Roman and the Bloodline rolling up in their SUVs. And Sami wanted his dap. He wanted his love to be shown by his tribal chief. And Roman Reigns curved him. He just walked right past him, did not acknowledge him. And Paul Heyman looked very sad for Sami Zayn. So we cut backstage. A couple of segments later, it's Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn sitting down. And he wants to know what's up. Things are a little bit tense. You were frosty towards me. I want to know what I did wrong. Did I do something to offend you? I apologize if I did so. And Roman Reigns says, you know what? Something's on your mind. Something's bothering you because I saw your attitude last week after your match against Kevin Owens. So please tell me what's bothering you. And Sammy's like, honestly speaking, I felt some kind of way about the Usos and Solo interfering in the match. I had it won. I felt like I was being upstaged, undermined a bit, and maybe Kevin was right. Maybe the bloodline is manipulating me. And Roman's face in that moment shifted. And he was like, well, who told you I, as a tribal chief, had to run through my plans with you? Who are you to ask of me to tell you what I have in store for your match and what my plans are for you? Who the hell are you to tell me what I should tell you? I'm the tribal chief. You trying to run game on me? I don't appreciate it. Get out. Leave. Skedaddle. And he kicks Sami Zayn out. And Paul Heyman looks very, very sad. And later on in the show, Paul Heyman encourages Roman Reigns, say, you might want to bring Sami back in-house. You know, do you want to piss him outside the castle or in the castle? You decide. So Roman tells Paul to bring back Sami for round 3. Sami comes back. And Roman Reigns leaves a gaslight on for Sami Zayn, saying, you know what? You just want to have all the details of my plans. You want to have the best possible information. You're thorough that way, and I can respect that. My communication skills were lacking. I have a short fuse. My temper can get kind of crazy sometimes, but I want to make sure that you know I understand, and I appreciate you, Sami. And so Sammy's marveling at the fact that for 2 weeks in a row, Roman has humbled himself before Sami Zayn. Can't believe it. So Roman encourages Sami to, you know what? We're good. Let's dap it up. I want you to get our travel arrangements ready. Get the fuel for the jet for us to leave this place after this contract signing. Be gone, Sami. But it's all love. Roman Reigns, professional gaslighter extraordinaire. You broke Sami, and then you revived him, all in the same show, and I got my life. This is the best storyline in wrestling today, going from who the hell are you to tell me what I should tell you to, you know what? I'm a bad communicator. Oops, my bad, Scott. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is a great segment, and as great as Roman and Sami were, for me, Paul Heyman really stood out. The facial expressions whenever Roman raises his voice, to when he calms back down, to when he started to hit the gas a little bit on Sami. You could see the grin on Paul Heyman's face. And when Sami left, Paul Heyman whispered in his ear, "Thank you, my tribal chief." You know, like he's so great at the little things that really kind of sell it. And I like it because you can interpret it in so many different ways. Because to me, at the very end, it kind of came off like, you know, Paul Heyman's the one kind of pulling the strings, and Roman's thinking like, well, maybe Sami's not that bad. You know, maybe I am being a little hard. That's how it came off to me. And Paul Heyman's like, nah, dude, we got to get rid of this dude, but we're not going to get rid of him yet. Let's keep him here for right now while we got this Kevin Owens problem. Like, That's how it came off to me. And I think that's the great thing about this story is you and I, Keila, who both enjoy it, and Jeremy probably has a different view on it as well, but we saw a completely different story being told. And I think that's a great thing about what they've done so far with each of these characters and where they're going.
It's all about the motivations at this point. What's Paul's motivation? Is he really supporting Sami Zayn? Is he trying to talk Roman down? We don't know. But what I do know is Paul sells face all day. He sells sadness. He sells glee. He sells evil. And I'm buying in because you don't know how the special counsel is going to go when it comes to Roman's ultimate plan. And Roman is perfection and Sami Zayn is the best. And Jeremy, I want your take on all of this that went down on SmackDown, a gaslighting in 3 parts.
So it kind of feels like we're starting to get into the end game of whatever this iteration of the bloodline is. All the disparate factors of the story are kind of coalescing. You got the Sikoa, he finally showed up. You got the issues with Sami Zayn and the gaslighting with Roman, and you got Kevin Owens kind of in the periphery. You're having these tag titles being defended individually on Raw and SmackDown. You've got all these things kind of in the ether. I am going to say right now, I think the work by the performers in this whole angle is top notch. Roman, Sami, Owens, the Usos, Sikoa, Heyman, everybody that's involved is doing a fantastic job. I have just been with watching WWE for so long that there is a part of me that just says, stay the course. Don't fuck up the landing. You are getting very, very close. But there are things about it that just make me feel like maybe they're pivoting here or there. Maybe they don't have their WrestleMania plan fully locked down. Maybe they haven't totally decided who, what, where, why, when. And so there are little X factors in this whole story that they haven't quite decided how that they are going to move forward with it. And that concerns me because they might go in a direction still that doesn't quite hit the grand slam that I feel like they've been queuing up for quite so long. So I am cautious. I really want this to keep going at the strength that it is. There are little things here and there that make me think like, I'm a little worried, but I just think that's more of my instinct with WWE not being able to, do the easy layup story rather than try and get cute and overdo this in the very end. The tag titles are out there. The world titles are out there. Zayn's loyalty, Owens, all of it. There's still a lot to go, but it definitely does feel like we're getting to endgame level with the bloodline.
I feel it too, and I can totally understand your concerns because sometimes it's about sticking the landing, making sure that it's perfect because this is really the perfect story, an easy story that's been going on for about 6 months now. And I think there was a period of the over-reliance on Usi, and it was a crutch. And I'm glad we broke the comedy aspect of it because now it's time to get serious. We can have our laughs, which we have enjoyed a lot, but now it's time to really clue in on what the storyline is about. It's about the bloodline using Sami Zayn. He's gullible, but he's not stupid. He's starting to see shit for what it is, and that is the end game starting to unfold. And it's going to really blow up at Elimination Chamber because I do sense it could be Sami and Roman in a situation, and those fans who've sold out SmackDown and this pay-per-view next month are going to be absolutely apeshit for Sami Zayn and how the story culminates in the next month or so. It's going to lead into WrestleMania, and then the ultimate reunion will be ultimately, hopefully, KO and Sami teaming up against the Usos for the SmackDown tag team titles to blow up this feud officially. I wanted this since June of last year. We're almost home. We'll see how they handle it down the stretch, but I'm here for it all. I love it.
I do like one idea that I've been thinking about this idea, and I think that they've been teasing the tag titles to be split up on separate brands to be lost, but I don't think that anyone will be winning a title from the bloodline. Or I think the world titles will probably be split up first, because if you split up the tag titles before the world titles, it doesn't seem as important if you win a world title for Roman if they're split up. So if you wait until after, potentially you got Kevin and Sami, one on Raw and one on SmackDown, challenging the Usos. That would give them the lineage to have the Raw title and the SmackDown title. And then if Sami and Kevin were to win at Mania, then you could split up the title by having one a Raw or a SmackDown team win it off of them, one after the other.
That makes sense as well. I did have a little trepidations about the splitting of the titles because I wanted this to be like a wholesale ransom, but I'll take what I can get right now. And I'm very excited as we're now into the end game of this storyline, which has been the best thing in WWE for the last half a year or so.